Hi there. Hello again. It's me, Mrs. TK, with an exciting lesson from God's Word, the Bible. You know, I live near a river. I've seen a lot of people out at the river on these really hot days we've had. And some of them, like me, have been kayaking, getting that paddle going. Some of them, like me, have tipped over and wound up in the drink. Sploosh. But a lot of the people I've seen have been fishing. I have a fishing game, and seeing them out on the river made me think about how I used to like to play this fishing game when my sons were young. I thought maybe it would be fun to do a little fishing with you right now. I've got a pole. I suppose that's supposed to be the ocean? I don't know. It doesn't look like a river. But let's see what happens if I think I have a bite. Ah! I caught a fish! Isn't that cute? There's a letter on this fish. The letter A. I bet I need this for something to do with today's lesson. I better put it right over here and see what else I can catch. I know there's more in here. There's what? Oh, I got it. That's a bluefish with the letter L. Interesting. Huh. You could call me Al. But I think I have to get some more fish. Let's see what else is in here. Ooh, this one's different. Oh boy. It's an octopus with an O for octopus. Clever of them, isn't it? Clever of these game makers. Let's see what else I can catch. Oh, that one wasn't hard at all. That was an easy... That's the one that got away. I'll try again. I'm not a quitter. Oh, there we go. It's another octopus with the letter O. Oh, I'm wrong. Why is that on there? That's a Y. Well, I must need it for the word I'm supposed to spell. I'll put it over there. And let's see. Oh, I still see one more fish in there. Let's see if I can reel him in. And it's... Oh, look at that. Well, it's another L. Any more fish? Nope. I guess the ocean's run dry. So let's see what we've got with these fish. We have all these letters. They must be meaning to spell something. There's an L here and a Y. Ooh, how about this? How about low? I don't think so. Low alley? I don't think it's supposed to spell low alley. Let's see what I can do here. What if I keep the L here and the O, and I move the Y? Oh, I'm starting to see a word here. It's a word a lot of you kids might not have heard before, but there it is. Ha! My little fishies spell the word loyal. Loyal is the word that they spell out. It's L-O-Y-A-L. That's the word loyal. Being loyal is very important. Do you know what that word means? Well, I can give you an example with a buddy of mine over here. One of my puppet friends. Come on up, Debbie. Roo, 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 roo. This is Debbie Harry. Isn't she cute? Oh, Debbie, I don't need any kisses. Stop that. Debbie is obviously a dog, a sheepdog. And dogs are very, very loyal. That's the word we were just talking about. A dog is loyal to his owner, to the person he loves. Or she loves. Debbie, that's enough. I mean, if I was here and a stranger was over there, who do you think Debbie would come to? Me? Of course. A dog is loyal to the person that takes care of her. A dog will always be true to that person and never abandon them for somebody else. Dogs are loyal. That means they stick with you no matter what. Wouldn't you do that, Debbie? Oh, that's okay. That's Debbie. Debbie, I've got to put you away. Yeah, you are a silly puppy. Get over here. Oh, dog breath and slobber. Not pleasant. But it is important to have a pet who's loyal, one that wants to be with you and your family and will stay with you and will care for you. We are called to be loyal to our God. Now, last week, if you saw my lesson about these three guys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know that they were very loyal to God. They stood up even when they were told to kneel before a statue, a false god. When they were told to bow down and worship, oh, let's see if he's still here. Oh, he is. The crazy statue of King Nebuchadnezzar. Yay. This is what I used to represent it anyway. You remember that God's people were living in a land called Babylon. They couldn't be in their own land. The people had done a lot of wrong things. And so God wanted them to learn how much they needed him. That's why he allowed a king from a faraway land, Nebuchadnezzar, to take all of Israel's bright young men and their women to live in his land and serve him. Well, this king didn't last so long. This king ended up being taken off the throne, and somebody else became king, and then somebody else became king in this land. All while those men, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, all while they lived there with their good friend Daniel. Daniel you learned about a couple of weeks ago. Well, he's the one I want to tell you about today. Now there was a new king, King Darius. Handsome fella. And Darius really liked Daniel. Daniel was a bright young man who served the king and the king before him and the king before him very well. He would help out with lots of things, and he was loyal to his king. He didn't try to do the wrong thing. Even though he was a servant, a slave to that king, he always tried to do his best. But he knew his real loyalty was to God. Now, to tell you more about that, I brought a puppet friend. Not Debbie. Too much slobber. I brought a different one. My friend Shelly. Shelly the snail? Let me get him. Shelly, come on up. Ta-da! Shelly, ooh, I love your cape. That looks like a super pup cape, if I don't miss my guess.
No, not super pup. It's a super slug cape. He's a sidekick.
Oh, yeah. Howie Heartstring loves his comics about Super Pup, and Super Pup has a slug sidekick now? That's pretty awesome.
Too bad it is. He's really strong and powerful, and he's so great. In fact, I'm wearing my cape because the newest episode of the TV show is going to be this very night.
Oh, there's a new episode,
I gotta make sure I get there on time.
Well, what's been happening on the show? I know it's a continuing story.
Yes. You see, when last we left Super Pup and his loyal sidekick, Super Slug. They were surrounded by the crazy old cats. They had no hope of escape. Oh!
I wonder what they'll do. Wow, that is some hero that you've got there. It reminds me a lot about this guy Daniel I was telling the kids about.
Daniel? Is he one of the characters on my show?
No, he's a character in the Bible.
Super Slug isn't in there too, is he?
No, Super Slug is not in the Bible. But Daniel is definitely in the Bible. We heard about him a couple of weeks ago.
Is he a hero?
Actually, he is a hero. He was a hero for God. He prayed to God and praised him every day, thanked God for all that he had, and was loyal to God always.
Whoa, every single day?
Yes, Daniel prayed every day. He trusted God for help with everything. And the king trusted Daniel and made him a very important helper. In fact, he was more important than all the other helpers that the king had put together.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but...
Oh, I bet everybody wanted to be just like Daniel.
Yeah, but the other people who were helpers to the king were kind of angry about that. Huh? They didn't like that the king liked Daniel best and gave him the most important jobs.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling this sounds like something bad is gonna happen. Oh.
Shelley, Shelley, come out of there. Well, come on, I can't tell you about it when you're in there. Pop out for me.
What happened? I'm afraid to find out.
You're right to be afraid. You see, the other leaders got very angry at Daniel, and so they came up with a sneaky trick.
What was it?
Well, they got the king to pass a law, a special law that said no one could pray to anyone except for the king for 30 days, a whole month.
But Daniel wouldn't do that. He praised God.
That's right. And those leaders knew that he would only pray to God. And so they got the king to make this law knowing that it would trap Daniel.
But what happened then?
Well, the king made the decree, told everybody, for the next 30 days you can only worship and pray to me.
But Daniel wouldn't do that. Oh no.
That's right. Daniel wouldn't do that. He would only pray to the one true God. And so the other leaders came and told the king, your buddy Daniel is breaking your law. You have to punish him.
Oh, but the king understood because he liked Daniel, right?
Well, yes, but unfortunately, a rule's a rule. He had to follow his law and punish Daniel.
Those leaders tricked him. Ooh.
Yes, they did. And so the king had to carry out the punishment.
Did Daniel have to go to bed without any supper?
No, it was worse than that.
Did he get a timeout in the timeout chair? Whole week with no video games?
Nope, it was even worse than that. You see, the king threw Daniel into a pit full of these. Ah! Whoa! Shelley! Shelley? Shelley, it's just a toy.
I'm not coming out.
Shelley, it's just a toy lion.
But
Come on out. You can do it. Come on out here.
lions can eat people, can't they?
Yes?
Especially when they're hungry.
Yeah. And they were pretty hungry.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. This is bad for Daniel.
Well, it does seem like it, doesn't it? You see, the king was afraid that the lion would absolutely devour Daniel. That was the punishment for breaking his law.
Oh no! What happened?
Well, you forgot, didn't you, that Daniel was loyal to God, and God was loyal to Daniel.
So, did Daniel pray?
He did. He prayed to God that God would help him and rescue him in this situation. And do you know that the next morning when the king came to find Daniel, he was afraid of what he would see,
I bet he was.
but instead he found Daniel safe and sound. Not a single lion had laid a paw on him.
Whoa! That's so awesome! He was saved.
That's right. He was protected.
He must have a force field like Super Slug.
He had something better. He had God. And God took care of Daniel in the den of lions.
Whoa, that's so neat. Daniel was safe and sound. That's more exciting than any Super Slug comedy hour I have seen.
It's a comedy?
How could it not be with a flying slug?
Good point. Well, if you're going to see the show, you probably better get going. Doesn't it start soon?
It starts actually tomorrow night.
But you're in your cape now.
It takes me a long time to walk to the television, silly.
Guess it would. Okay, well, let me put you down now because I just want to tell the kids one more thing, okay?
See ya.
Oh, he's waving to you. See you later, Shelly. The last thing I wanted to tell you about is what the king said after this all happened. It's very exciting. Remember, this was a king who didn't worship the one true God. Darius didn't do that. And he had actually made a law that made everybody pray to and worship him. Well, after this experience, he learned something. Here's what he said. He was so relieved to find Daniel there. He said, "You were faithful and served your God. He was able to save you from the lions." And Daniel said, "Yes, my God knew that I was innocent, and he sent an angel to keep the lions from eating me. Your Majesty, I've never done anything to hurt you." And the king was so relieved to hear Daniel's voice, he gave orders to have him taken out of that pit. And here's the message that he told to all the people of every nation and race in the world. He spread this message. It said this: "Greetings to all of you. I command everyone in my kingdom to worship and honor the God of Daniel. He is the living God, the one who lives forever. His power and his kingdom will never end. He rescues people and sets them free by working great miracles. Daniel's God has rescued him from the power of the lions." I think that is amazing. What Daniel did made a difference. He trusted in God. He was loyal to God, and God came through for him when he needed it. You know, sometimes you're going to need God to come through for you. Are you going to be loyal to God or bow down to other gods? Are you going to be loyal and honest about what you feel about Jesus, or clam up and not tell anybody that you actually like church and like worshiping Jesus Christ? I hope you'll be somebody who stands up and is loyal to God.